because these are some of the top players, like literally, if I remember correctly.
They're both 4-1 right now. Change commentator now, Rossu. You're stuck with me, dog. Both of them are 4-1 right now. They both have a top 10 average time. They're in the top 10 posting averages and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And their PBs are both fantastic. Rossu hitting the sub 50. No longer eligible for the Prodigy Tournament if we were to host it a following time.
For sure.
They've improved that much. Beefy, I don't actually. Let me check Beefy's.
I do want to say that I was aware of that, and that's why I'm here, because these are like the guys you want to watch, right? Like this, who you want to see in this tournament, Rossu and Beefy.
Yeah, I mean, there's still more than just Rossu and Beefy, obviously. You know,
oh, for sure.
A myriad of strong runners. Rossu and Beefy are just one among the many who are going to be making it into the top 16 bracket. All of them super strong in their own right.
Yeah, I love all the good runners. I love all the bad runners, of which I am the best. I'm the best bad runner, and there's nothing any of you can do about it. I retired without a single victory to my name.
0-6?
0-6, baby. I'm perfect.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more perfect than like as long as there's a 0 there somewhere. Like, you just gotta take it. Nice little D boost from Rossu there. Actually, just gonna speed up the series time. So I got 44:58, 44:39, so milliseconds between them right now.
Amazing series from both players. Not a lot of mistakes made there.
No, Cheaty and Inno Rush both auto-qualified for top 16. I think I qualified for top 16 just now.
God. I'm in the booth with them, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? They have one of the best players and one of the worst players in the booth together.
Listen, you don't have to, it's not about being good or bad. It's about watching some good Super Metroid and talking about it and
enjoying it.
Exactly. It's not about how, you know, you could have someone that has a 6-hour PB, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're here to talk.
Can we get them in here? Can we get the 6-hour PBs in chat? Come on. I know you're out there. I was there. I took 20 hours to beat this game the first time? Something like that?
Was it blind?
Yeah. I played this game when it came out, bro.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but did you time it when it came out? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, you got your live split open as a kid? Like, what are you talking about, man?
No, my timer was bedtime, okay? Or homework. Right. That was my timer.
All right, so both of them making it through these this little platform room. I always forget the name. Mother Brain Original, OG Mother Brain Room.
Yeah, both players taking a fall into the pit there. Not ideal, but still doing good.
Yeah, Beefy, they're pretty close to each other. Maybe a Samus step between them.
Yeah, it's really close. Ross, the jump early. Yeah.
And here we're going to see them going to grab a pack of missiles, and then they're going to be out a Blueprint star here. Rossu going up above, Beefy going down below. They're both
seeing the different styles.
Yeah, there's tons of different styles. Basically, I think the most optimal way to do that room is the way Rossu did it, although he was a little far to the right to get the fastest room time.
The right side is the VIP Overfiend strategy, and the left side was the Zosty strategy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the Zost does the down back method, which is like super annoying to get. I'm so bad.
No, look, Zost is a genius. He's like an artist. Okay.
I mean,
get me going all day long.
All the top runners, like watching this game at the top level is art.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful game. That's why we're here. And this is
back through. Yeah, we're gonna see if they have any different climbing styles. We're on a perfect sync right now, though. Rossu missed the door a little bit. Now we're gonna see Beefy with the wall jumps, Rossu with the behemoth climb, and Beefy getting the better end of the deal.
Oh no! Oh no! He took a hit. This is not good.
Yeah, but Beefy also taking a hit.
Okay, he's taking a hit! He's taking a hit! He's back in it! Damn.
Oh Oh man, Rossi probably not going to be happy looking back at this one, but he's got the
Oh,
super nice energy. He's got the super nice energy value, the super funny energy value that everyone loves to see. But there's almost no way, unless he gets a lot of 20 drops, that he's going to be at full HP. Oh wow, he got 2 20s. Rossi, stop hacking, dude.
Look at this insane ledge grabbing action by Beefy on the right side. My God, he is zipping through that climb. He was through power before Rossu even got into the thing.
Yeah, but Beefy with like a couple hiccups on the wall jump ledge climb, but the wall jump climb, but his parlor was phenomenal.
So clean.
Both of them with about a little bit over 5-minute bomb time, which is still respectable.
Gonna come down to bomb trees.
Yeah, both of them are gonna be trying to avoid getting hit here, so the drops are not health. They want the missiles, and Beefy doing the smart thing. You have to hit him with 7 missiles to kill him.
I like banking those missiles in the air. That was
Oh, did you see Beefy like snagging one of the eggs near the bottom there? Like, oh man,
this is some next level strats.
Yeah, the egg was still on the screen as he was dying. He like last minute shot an egg and picked up a package of 2 missiles.
Hey, that was crazy. Okay.
We got
both players get the Alcatraz here.
And we're synced again. Look at this.
Oh no, Beefy! Oh my God! I'm watching in a mirror. Yeah, they're both the same. Oh, one changed.
They look the same.
Come on now, Beefy. Rossu, you could have kept it the same. Oh, here we go.
Milliseconds apart between these 2 runners.
Yeah, Terminator not gonna make a big change.
Oh, Rossu right now, he's like, I need missiles. And he's not wrong. He needs 5 missiles. He's gonna use a missile on this pirate.
Oh no!
Oh, bad drops. It's getting worse and worse. He needs this.
We're okay. We're okay.
No, we're not okay. He has to get
1 missile's okay. He can get the perfect drop.
Oh, it is true. He has to kill the thing and then kill the other thing.
Yeah, 2 crabs.
In the process.
This is the proper speedrun setup. Actually, this is what.
Oh no, the speedrun setup uses 2.
I know it's terrible. I'm trying to make it look good. Okay, I'm trying to help Rossu out.
Yeah. You use 2 pea shooter shots for this guy and then a missile for that guy, and you would get
much faster for Beefy.
Yeah, so Beefy grabbed.
Okay, he did good. He got the drops.
You got the drops he needed. Didn't get hit. It's important you don't get hit because then it changes everything at that point. Nice little D boost from Rossu there, gonna help him gain some time back.
Very nice D boost. I love that. That is something I've thought about doing in.
It's hard. It's hard. You have to get to the room quick.
Yeah, it's super tight. It's just a amazing strat too.
I think D boost in general, if you can work them in, it always feels very satisfying.
It gives you like a reward for your hard work, so it's really good to do. Like,
I mean, the reward is that you go faster. You also take damage in the process.
But you see it. It's kind of like a visual treat.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you get that dopamine rush into your brain.
Yeah. And it helps you learn. Oh, nice mock ball.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to switch audio here to Beefy, who is currently in the lead, so we're just going to get some of that. It's
going to be really short, guys, because this is going to go back and forth. We got to enjoy the switched audio while we can.
Yeah, we're going to switch audio nonstop. Honestly, I don't foresee this race being anything but lead swaps over and over again.
Oh, no. Dropping a bomb there is like a big... Oh, what was that? Did you see that? Like the morph ball fall? It was kind of faster.
Yeah, a little bit. He recovered well. It was faster in the sense that he noticed that he needed to adjust. Yeah, Beefy missing the right time to jump. Rossu getting the mock ball through Green Hill Zone. See if he goes for the D boost here. No, he wants the gate shot and that's it. Gets damaged.
Here's anyway. A D boost. No.
Oh, Oceano posting the Prodigy in the chat. Look at that Rossu emote. So slick.
Oh my God. What is going on? This has become full meme now. This is not, ladies and gentlemen, this is not speed gaming approved. That's an amazing picture.
Beefy with a little bit low HP here. Getting hit by some stuff. It's okay. Like it honestly,
it's not great.
It's basically coming down to the key hunter room, the party zone, as I saw it called earlier today. But here we go, Rossu with another lead change, slightly in the lead now.
I would say though, mini crate can be a problem here. Sometimes you'll like take damage and bump into him and just die. I've had that happen to me.
If you hit Craig, son of Kraid himself, like the actual body.
Yeah.
You take like a billion scaling damage, but any other projectiles from mini crate is not gonna be an issue. And Beefy recognizes the low HP
Nice.
and farmed and got a 20 HP drop. So they're set. But Rossu enhancing their lead.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pull ahead here. You know that 20 health is gonna help if you get through this upcoming boss fight. But getting into the boss fight in the lead is Rossu.
Yeah,
and going fast is all that matters.
Yeah, Rossu not deboosting off the spikes despite having 133 HP. Like they're well healthy. And there you go. That's the missile. That's positioning for the missile. Quick kill setup. And we see Beefy.
I'm of the charge though. Player setting up for missiles. It looks like.
Yeah, missiles save on lag. So it saves time by not having to do.
Yeah, I just whiff a missile, so I.
Beefy going for neither missile or. I think he just tried to hit the frame using manual timing with the pea shooter, but now we got taking Kraid to prom. This is going to extend the lead for Rossu quite a bit.
Kraid is up on his feet, dancing around. Beefy giving him a missile in the face, one in the mouth, two in the mouth, and he's down.
Yeah, as far as getting a Kraid stand-up involved, that was a pretty quick resolution of the situation. So.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah,
good recovery.
But Rossu definitely now with something like in a 20-second range, 20 to 30-second range lead.
Yeah, no. However long it takes Kraid to stand up, that was my mouth was open, shots were in. Like he could have fired a super, but he probably wants to preserve a couple.
And here we go, Rossu entering Kraid's warehouse's janitor's closet, as we have now deemed it.
All right, I can
live
with that.
I mean, I think it's the most janitor closet room in existence.
He's got high energy, that janitor.
Yeah, he stores energy tanks.
Hey man,
maybe Kraid needs it.
He probably found it laying around, and he's like, "I better put this over here."
Yeah, Rossu going for a little mock ball over there, but it can be kind of tight. If you jump early, you can still get the mock ball because of the way that down grabbing works, but you have to down grab and then mock ball instantly.
I'm gonna assume one of those flying guys above Kraid is like the janitor.
Oh yeah, I guess who is Kraid's janitor? Would you think that his son Craig would be? Yeah, maybe his son is like he hires his son.
Yeah, yeah. It's a family business.
Yeah,
there's always that.
Craig, son of Kraid, custodian to Kraid.
Yeah, you know, you always get him in, right? Like when you have a job, that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah.
But he probably does a good job.
Beefy not far behind, having a nice fall down of business center. Just they're in the same room right now. Not going to be a high five situation because Rossi's going to be going up above. Beefy's going to be killing the Sova and then shooting the door.
Now that's interesting. I go below here, and I find it interesting that the players who are like so much better than me go up. I feel like going back down and up with wall jumps much faster.
The thing is, there's the missile pack which you're missing out on.
I don't want it.
And
I don't need it. I get missiles later at Moat anyway.
And you have to and then you have to drop a bomb to blow up.
Yeah, I feel like it's fast. I don't know. Someone do the math. Someone tell me I'm wrong. You're telling me I'm wrong right now.
No, you're not technically wrong because that's what Neurot does, but it drops a power bomb, which deals with the fact that you don't have to wait for.
Yeah, fast.
It kills both the Sova and destroys.
Right, opens the blocks for you.
Yeah. So I think the main difference ends up being that block situation there. Rossu going for the D-boost.
Thank you, Cat.
Everyone's just wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
This is my gimmick. This is what I do as a commentator. I am wrong constantly.
No, listen. You're not wrong. You're only just not right. It's different. Somehow. We'll figure out the semantics later.
It doesn't matter because Ross is still in the lead. Beefy's coming up behind him. He's making up ground every second.
Beefy did miss Kraid quick kill, which is the main difference between these two runners right now is just the Kraid quick kill.
I was just watching the stream where they had just figured out the D-boost at the top of Bubble Mountain there. Is that something you're aware of, Daniel?
Yes.
That's a really cool trick. Yeah, that's 4 seconds, man.
It's not. It isn't 4 seconds. Are you making fun of me because I thought it was 4 seconds?
Here we go.
So you could get a 4-second room time if you do right side Bubble Mountain with the
right.
which is extremely difficult.
Still sick.
Otherwise, you're getting somewhere in the range of like like a 7-second room time.
I'll take 11.
11's good.
I'm terrible.
I think 11's fine. I think 11's an okay room time. Consider like mainly like the thing about Bubble Mountain is like optimizing D boosts and stuff like that only really matters if you're like. I'm gonna need you to stop downplaying yourself so much. I don't think you're that bad, dog. Right?
No, I'm not. I agree. It's just that like I like to.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
Like, yeah, it's like it's a self-deprecating humor. I'm about it, but also at the same time, like the main part of Bubble Mountain, as long as you get the jump, that's the main thing. That's the main time save that you're gonna hit.
I agree.
That's the main thing you gotta focus on. Anything after that is just all of a sudden you're like, I'm consistent enough at this jump, I can start adding some toppings to it, right?
Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah, getting the dashing jump, like wall jump combo is literally the foundation, and you have to do that well before you can do anything else.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
It's a nice super drop here from rossu, getting
very nice.
Some extra ammo. That's gonna help with 4 supers like this. They're gonna have an extra super.
And I love this
20 HP drop.
I love that jump out strat by BF to get out of the spike room. That is just beautiful execution.
Yeah, always nice to land. It's the proper way to get out of there. Heading towards the top side. Top side is obviously where we need to go. Business center for rossu. A little bit iffy. Only gets 1 farm, doesn't really get anything from it. 339 HP, might opt out of Alpha Spark. You can still see it.
Probably you'll go for it because Sloter's refills so fast.
Yeah, but I feel like a Sloter's refill is going to give BF.
It slows you down.
BF too much of a chance to catch up. That's a stutter though, so it looks like he's going for the Alpha Spark.
rossu's not going to let BF catch up. He's going to do everything he can do to stay in the lead.
I doubt a Sloter's refill's coming. There's going to be too high bonk in your head, but you know what? It still looked nice.
I'm watching a different feed. That's unfortunate.
You watching a different feed where rossu hit the Alpha Spark?
No. I wish I was watching that feed.
You watching a different feed? You're just like, man.
I'm watching live here.
Nothing's syncing up exactly as we're talking about it. He's hitting the Alpha Spark. You know what? This isn't even the right route. This is like,
what's going on? What is this? Where am I?
A little D boost here in Heckway.
You know, I saw an interesting strategy for when you miss your Alpha Spark that you might like.
What is it?
You can try to deboost off one of the bats on the ceiling to get to the other side of that room.
Yeah, that's what rossu ended up having to do.
Okay, so I missed. That's a good strategy.
No, yeah, it's a nice backup to help to mitigate some of the time loss. And thankfully, like failing an Alpha Spark in the way that he doesn't use up that much HP. You may lose like maybe like 20.
Very little. Oh, hey, this. I thought they're gonna do this new strat that I just saw. Like literally, rossu was climbing up and he was leaving one of the caterpillars alive. Did you know if you powerbomb that, it'll always drop a powerbomb?
If you're not full on power bombs, yeah.
Yeah, it'll always drop one. So you can make sure you have maximum power bombs for Phantoon.
That'd be pretty good. In general, these crabs are pretty kind about dropping at least 1 power bomb. Wow, that crab dropped a tiny health. I've never seen them drop tiny health.
See, now that's what happens to me, Daniel. So I kill the caterpillar and get the power bomb for sure, and now I have 2 for Phantoon, and I'm set.
I've never seen him drop.
It happens to me, and that's why I come up with these strategies I'm telling you.
They always either drop power bombs or big health.
No, not for me. That's what I get. Nothing and little health.
You just curse rossu for that crap.
I did not! That just happens to me!
So beefy, again, 2 power bombs there. 2 power bombs still okay. They're at 391 HP. They did not need the 20, so that's a good set of drops there. That sets them up for Phantoon and Addict no matter what.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So super
getting across the gap. Shining through the moat. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, rossu getting a little speedball entering Phantoon. There's a nice Phantoon door time here.
Woo. Come on, fast. I agree.
Beefy, really healthy for wreck ship.
Yeah, this is looking good for both players. I don't think anyone's going to have any problems with Phantoon with this health.
There's the first fast jumping up. X Factor 1 is okay.
Very nice.
So super unlikely that the right side fast is a thing. There's a chance. It's like mega tiny.
Nah.
Right mid is the most common when you have the right side spawn. And the Doppler. Oh, missed the super. Messed up the Doppler just a tiny bit. Fantoon with 550 HP left right now.
And that's why you want to power bombs.
I mean, if you're doing double X Factor, honestly, I can't get.
I can't do one X Factor. Okay.
It's not easy. Learning
No,
X
it's
Factor is one of the hardest things I had to do in this.
The
round
timing,
in general.
so tight. I feel it's
just
tight.
it's like the timing, and it's also you have to learn specifically like
where to stand and
yeah,
when to jump and stuff.
Right, what side of Fantoon you want to shoot from, and then
Right.
depending on where he opens his eyes. Like left fast is annoying because you have to hit him and then walk to the right and then jump up for the X Factor to hit him. A lot of the other ones, like you see on Beefy's, you're able to just kind of lead him towards the center area, and it's a lot more consistent and pretty easy to hit. So
Yeah,
left fast is always the most annoying one in my opinion.
I should learn what the heck those words you're saying mean.
Well, I think if you're having trouble with Fantoon, one of the things you really should look into is the Poppy X Factor setup.
Yeah, that's a very good video. I watched part of it and I understood how to hit Fantoon with an X Factor, period.
Yeah, like that is probably the easiest way to incorporate the X Factor onto Fantoon. And it also sets up the second round to be a lot easier because it's two missiles, and then a super.
Yeah.
No Dopplers required. If you do raw X Factor, you have to hit the last 3 shots have to be Dopplered.
Very nice fight by Beefy as well.
Yeah, both of them with pretty clean fights.
Yeah, not
Beefy gaining some time there, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think their fight actually went slightly better. Not a lot to separate them still though.
Here's a super missile.
Oh,
okay. What was that? Was the sickest thing I've ever seen.
That was lucky. Come on, that's not
No. Listen, I believe in my boy Rossu. That was super sick.
Come on now. Come on now.
Calculated.
Come on.
I mean, how could you improvise that, dude? That was calculated.
He's that talented. Let's just give him that he's really talented and can improvise.
Oh, getting a D boost here. Here's the two tap.
Okay,
you could
so
turn this into a 3 tap through 2 separate rooms. Yeah,
I can't do this. I can't do.
Yeah, it's a stutter. So it's a stutter 2 tap. The way I do it is I actually make it harder for myself because you only need to do a 2 tap.
I like what Ross is doing. That looks more familiar.
Yeah. I do a stutter 2 tap in the first room, and then on the third room I add an extra. I do a 3rd tap.
You're crazy. You're insane.
That's the only way it's consistent for me. I have to do it. I have to do what works for me, man.
No, I agree. Yeah, whatever keeps working, do it. But like that's my brain's melting even thinking about tapping again.
Tapping is one of those things that
I don't want to
impossible. You don't want to do it if you don't have to do it, and it's not necessary. I think maybe the only thing that like tapping, like learning at least a stutter 2 tap is like Dragon is just so much easier if you can get that short charge.
Don't get me wrong, like that's what I'm practicing, right? That's my biggest save or whatever is learning to do that consistently. But it's super difficult.
Yeah, like this. Whoa, okay, Beefy just clipping right through the bullet.
Hey, that's a thing. You can skip. You can clip through it, but you have to. It's a death abuse thing.
I've never seen that actually. It's just like whoops, couldn't catch.
You can go through the spikes. You can literally clip through the whole thing, but it's a death abuse. Like it's a weird. Like if you do it right on the right frame, you'll live and get through. But if you do it wrong, you'll die every time. Yeah.
So Beefy looking like they're about a minute behind Rossu here, based on the gravity times. Rossu with about a 22:38.
That's gonna be tough to make up to. A minute is a big difference in Super Metroid.
It is, but there's this cool boss named Botwoon who says, "I don't care about how much of a lead you have."
I literally saved the animals just a couple days ago. So yes.
Yeah, I saved the animals in my first race. We actually just had a race not but an hour ago where one of the runners saved the animals.
You got to make sure Metroid Fusion's gonna happen. Oh my goodness! What a beautiful mock ball coming over moat by Beefy.
Yeah, the moat mock ball, very tight window. It's super slick. Always looks super awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. I've never seen that.
I think it's at least Blue Plasma Spark always saves the animals, so that's at least 6.
Oh, there you go. And
um,
Crunchy, I believe, saves him most of the time too.
yeah, so it's over 10 at this point for sure. Now,
yeah.
Rossu entering Meridia. We're gonna see how the first couple rooms of Meridia go. The one cool thing I always want to see if they can hit this, I call it the jump with 3 U's, as a reference to some other Super Mario RPG brethren. They got the jump, by the way.
You talk about super jump?
Well, that's this is super jump. The jump is just like an impressive bit of platforming, and in this case, it's about getting the clean jump up into that second platform right after the opening room of Meridian.
Yeah, the squeezing between the fish and the base.
Ooh, okay. First of all,
Here we go.
Shout out.
Here we go.
RL
What is going on?
There is a sub gift strain happening in chat. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.
Holy crud. Hey, Aro the Azure, thank you very much. That is insane. 15 tier 1 sub.
Shout out to Save the Animal. Oh, I see. They wanted the number.
Shout out. Shout out. Saving the...
So Rossu using the audio cue. Audio cue ended up being super inconsistent for me, but if it's been used for a long time, really nice.
What does that even mean? What when people say that? What is that? What's the audio I'm listening for?
So the audio you're listening for is the mini boss theme, which is ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
and they're shooting on a specific beat.
Note.
They're shooting on the specific. So it's like the tempo of the song is 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so.
Yeah, look, I played DDR, so you can.
Yeah. So they're hitting it. They're hitting it on like the downbeat or upbeat of certain situations. Rossu missing. I know Rossu could do full halfy. He was just trying.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. So the audio cue, like there is a video on the audio cue if you want to look it up. I believe it's on the, the Super Metroid wiki. Audio cue has been mainly the thing that most runners have been doing for a while, but we actually have a couple of different Bottoon setups now that don't require audio.
Hey, you want to know what my Bottoon's setup is?
Cry.
I got a lot of super missiles and I see a face.
Yeah, honestly, some people don't even bother.
It's a bad move.
No, it's actually not a bad move in my opinion, because if you're not consistent with the X Factor, the whole thing is if X Factor particles miss, you can't shoot.
Okay, we got Rossu going into the Dragon fight. You're right. X Factor is a wild beast that's hard to tame. But once you learn to tame the dragon, it's like you never want to get off, you know?
Yeah. Also, thank you, Mad Matt, for the compliment. I appreciate the kind words about my run earlier. It was a PB. I'm very happy about it.
Oh, goodness. What'd you get? What's your PB?
50-59.
Oh, my God. Dude, Mello better hide. You are coming up on her tail.
What, Mello? The thing about Mello is that, like, she's very good, but she also plays like smarter and more consistently than me in terms of like going for strats that she knows she's very good at, and I always lose like a billion years to going for super swag strats that I end up failing.
It happens. I know. Yeah, I know that.
I don't know what the
nice
heck.
Kill on Dragon by Rossu hitting 3 consecutive giant arcs.
Yeah,
opting to throw a spike suit. Looks like.
He went for 1 spike suit attempt. You basically could get 1 or 2 spike suit attempts.
Yeah.
If you don't get the blue suit, and at that point, it's just you're wasting.
You're losing too much health and wasting time.
Exactly. Rossu, instead, going to be going for Wumple jump most likely.
Wumple jump.
Yeah, Wumple jump. Not easy to do. If you can get it, it's the the fastest way you can get.
Rossu is screaming.
Yeah. And here we see Beefy with the X Factor.
I like this setup.
And there's a Wumple jump from Rossu. Rossu did hit it, by the way.
That's my favorite setup for Dragon round 1 by the charged X Factor, Spark, Endure, Fate.
Yeah, it's a very nice strat.
If you can hit her, it's great. It's a bunch of damage.
This might be missing the short charge. Is the ammo gonna be enough? No. 284 still healthy enough for some sparks, but Beefy messing up some of the short charges.
Yeah, might finish her off.
There it is, and a blue suit to boot, and they have enough HP already for reverse halfy, so they didn't even have to worry about it. But they might go for spike suit, and they land it. All right, Beefy, I see you, Beefy. Gonna be getting up a little bit of time here on Rossu. Instant spike suit, picking up all the ammo they want.
Yeah, that's gonna help with the reverse halfy big time.
Yeah,
No need wobble jump.
the significance of hitting spike suit is that, you know, when you have blue suit, you're not allowed to hit the dash button.
Right, and now they can dash all they want willy-nilly.
Right. As long as they don't do the motion to do a shine spark in like the middle of the air or anything like that.
Nah, they'll be fine. Beefy's solid enough that they won't drop
Yeah,
it.
but Beefy's an expert, you know, very high caliber runner.
Very good player, yeah. Good. If you can store a spike suit, you're super competent. That's
Yeah, Oshino said no yikes here. Oshino referencing the fact that I think yesterday they got the yikes suit.
Oh, did you actually get a low health suit or something?
Yesterday it was, I believe, yesterday's race where it was just a bonkers, like it was a super good Dragon fight from Oshino, and then Oshino went for spike suit and got the yikes suit. The yikes suit is when you hit the it's a double frame perfect trick, but if you hit the second frame too early, you get what looks like the spike suit, but it doesn't store the shine spark. It just automatically goes off.
Okay, I don't know if this is happening on your feed, but we've lost.
Yeah, we've lost Beefy to the ether.
Yeah, this is not good. We we want him back.
Yeah,
the X Factor has claimed another.
Looks like Ross, you trying to get some power bombs here from some crowds. Not happy with this power bomb count.
Yeah, there was some cutting out on his end earlier, so it might be a technical issue with their stream.
Same as yeah, BFrobber.
We'll get it figured out.
Yeah. BFrobber, which sounds like BFrobber. A lot of people just say beefy. But Rasu, I still think even with the reverse half, you're gonna have a comfortable lead against Beefy. So Rasu does need another super.
Yeah.
He has to use one super to. Oh god, where's the last super he's used?
To get into Ridley.
Correct. That's correct. No, it's not to get. Yeah, it's to right the elite pirate room.
Right. To get into. Sorry, to me that's like the gateway to Ridley or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Actually, no. They should be set. They just have.
There should be super drops before that. Green bugs.
It'd be rare, actually.
No, there aren't any.
These guys can.
Oh yeah, the red.
Looks like Rossi was looking for it.
That's rare. You want to go for something more consistent.
I mean, Sova's. I think it's of the things that can drop supers. They're one of the more things that might consistently drop supers. They're kind of all over the place.
It's not a terrible bet because you're going to kill them on the way out, most likely. Like unless you're jumping over them.
Yeah.
Which is tough anyway.
You can get to pirates and they do drop tons of supers.
Oh yeah, the pirates. The pirates can refill. I actually have a theory about refilling pirates instead of the bugs before Ridley. I think the pirates, the gold pirates, might be better overall because they drop more stuff in general.
Yeah, they take longer to kill.
Yeah, 2 charge shots versus like 15 uncharged shots in a row. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like math now. I literally don't know.
So that's the setup for the Chronic D-Boost, except that he did not go down to get that little ball to be in the right spot. So,
and as Beefy comes back into the frame, pulling off one of the most insane speedball tricks I've ever seen.
He speedball into the room right before Ice Beam.
Yeah, that's sick. Like we get his feedback and he's styling.
Yeah, and honestly, being at Ice Beam right here, he definitely made up some time.
Something good happened. It was probably reverse halfy.
Reverse halfy, maybe a plasma spark happened. Maybe he claimed.
Oh my god! No way! No,
he claimed it.
So terrible.
There's no evidence. So
no video record.
No, yeah.
That'd be so awful.
Yeah, Rasu definitely on sub 50 pace right now. Absolutely. Oshino in the chat is very correct. Rasu giving us some extra space here for some fast pillars action. Oh, missing the Shine Spark charge. It's not easy to do.
All right.
Fast pillars requires a tight stutter 3-tap, and it is not one of those things that comes easy. I have a visual cue I use for it myself. That is the only way I've gotten it to be pretty consistent for myself.
Yeah, I don't even try it. I just run in power bombs.
No, I
think it's
think
easier, more consistent.
It's easier, more consistent. The advantage of doing fast pillars is that you get to save on a power bomb.
Right.
2 power bombs technically.
Since I take Firefleet E-Tank, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bump a
Firefleet.
Firefleet.
Yeah, exactly.
Firefleet anyway.
Firefleet E-Tank would be the room directly to the right of the room Rossi's about to enter right now, and
Yeah, you won't see it.
Firefleets drop hella power bombs.
Neither of these players will look at that room
Yeah.
because they're 4 tank people. They might grab Rid Tank depending on the ops, but I doubt it.
It depends on their HP status after Ridley.
Yeah, it does matter. Well, I love how you use the word HP status. That was because it's perfect usage. That's like how you should structure the sentence.
Alright, Rasu here, the Tuskegis. Using the plasma shots to give themselves some invincibility frames. Trying to KO through that little platform there. Doing it just a little bit too late on the morph. Everything's okay though. That's the super they needed.
Mid-air, right? When you're mid-jump and you turn while damaged, you will pass through things. I love that.
So there's a couple different ways you can KO. It's basically just using Samus's uninterruptible frames to clip through enemies. So one of them is turning in midair is an uninterruptible thing you could do. Another one is morphing. The animation of Samus turning into Morph Ball is also uninterruptible. So for that one, I prefer doing you run into the spikes and then do a small jump and then morph, and you'll clip right through that platform.
So Rasu going into Ridley with exactly 300 health.
Yo, Craigley? Oh man.
Craigley. That's my new favorite boss.
Oh man, dude, what if they did fuse Craigley? Like it's a fusion dance?
Oh my god. That sounds diabolical. Like they could stand up and ruin your game and hit you with their tail.
Yeah, add a bunch of lag to the process, throwing their nails all over the place, not even having the common decency to get a manicure.
Just imagine Kraid pogoing on you. I don't feel like that'd be very safe.
It's like stomping you with their feet.
God, you get to own. That wouldn't be.
But Rasu, 20 charge shots need to be done on Ridley, and honestly, they already got it. Ridley's dead. That's the really dead pattern right there. Super quick fight for Rasu. Really good stuff.
Good night, Ridley. Jeez.
Yeah, good night, sweet prince.
Hey, Kago performed by Beefy, by the way.
Beefy showing off the Kago attack right there. We're getting a Shine Spark kill on this nerd. And then we're going for a charge kill on this guy. And then going to have the speed booster to obliterate these guys.
Oh, I love this. Storing this through this room. That's sick.
Ooh, Rasu with the optimal way to get out of this room.
Very nice. Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Excellently done. Not easy to do.
Holy smooth as butter. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those things that is you definitely gotta practice that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, just Rasu playing it safe in the Tuskegee room, just gonna kill them. And going for speedball? No, just a little bit too short in the taps. The plasma beam lag may have messed up his short charge timing.
Okay. Beefy heading into the Ridley fight, unloading on the claws above his own head.
Yeah, and honestly, Beefy having a phenomenal Ridley fight right now too.
Yeah, just not missing a single charge, it looks like.
Not missing a single charge, doing a really good job to manipulate the swoops.
Yeah.
Swoops are, in general, the faster method to killing Ridley. You just have to make sure you don't take damage in the process. And Ridley is down Beefy with a really nice grab, too. Nice. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Rasu got to worry about his HP. 146, he's still got 3 Musketeers to worry about.
Oh,
131. All right. It does Rasu play it safe? Maybe lose a little bit of time here from Beefy.
Fireballs hit really hard.
Yeah, they're actually one of the things that hit the least hard in Lone Warfare, and that's saying something because they still hit plenty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Rasu gonna take a little bit of extra acid damage here.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he's playing it safe. He's saying, "I want these guys dead.
Yeah, I like that.
Get hit."
Smart play here.
Really well done. Just a small time loss for guaranteed safety. And here, Beefy, we're gonna see a wall clip here from Beefy. Check out Beefy's screen right here.
Okay.
Oh no, he has to.
Oh, he's gonna jump through. Okay, yeah.
And there's a little D boost, and then a speedball. Oh, missing the speedball.
Got the D boost.
You got the D boost, which is nice. Missed the speedball, but honestly, still ended up being probably faster than most other room strats.
That's sick.
Yeah. So the way that those wall clips work like that, you see people.
I've seen it in the top of wreck ship. I just could never figure out how to do it.
So the way it works is that the game checks like the pixels above Samus's head and says, "Is there room to jump here?" Like it checks that.
Right.
And so
I'm guessing it works.
if you
Go
get
ahead.
stuck a very specific way, the game goes, "Oh, I'm checking X amount of pixels above Samus's head, and if there's space to jump, I'll jump and go through. It doesn't matter what's in the way. I'm gonna get through it." And so the way that clip works is you get yourself in a position where that check is, it sees that there's open space above Samus and jumps through the the blocks.
So like Samus's helmet is technically.
Yeah, like part of it is poking through a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And it reads her whole model as being on the platform.
Yeah, it's specifically the main thing. I think it's specifically checking like a certain like math equation amount of pixels above her head to determine.
Oh man, this is some nerd stuff.
Well, you know what? I was
No, I'm
trying
just
to
kidding.
I'm
just kidding.
trying to explain how a cool strat works. Instead, I get called out for being a big old nerd using my TI-83 calculator to determine whether or not. Like, come on, man! Like,
It's a lot of math in there.
I love math.
It is cool though. I never minded math.
What does Rossu do to the fish? The Seffi fish? What we got?
Just gonna leave it.
He's just gonna leave. He doesn't care. It's just,
Yeah.
You know what? There was a lot of
He's got a
love and
PB.
hate for the fish. I shot the fish in my PB race just now, so I mean, that's all I'm saying right there.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
What? Anything to bring Seffi down.
Hey, what you gotta do, you gotta do. Good talk.
And Beefy making their way out of Upper Norfair. You can roughly add 10 minutes to the time, so right now they're on a 51 pace. Rossu, meanwhile, was definitely on a 50 pace at the very least.
Yeah, it's looking good for both players, you know.
Yo, Oshino with that knowing what the real stuff is. Block dude on the TI-83 calculator, making sure I get bad grades in class. You know how it is.
I had a calculator in math class that had a racing game on it, and I play that all the time. And I would imagine like the music for it, and it was so perfect.
The imagined soundtrack for this
dude
game.
You don't even know. Like, you want to hear the song? I'll show it to you in Discord. Like, I'll show you the song, and you'll be like, "That is perfect."
Wait. So did it have a soundtrack, or was this?
No, I just
created?
Yeah, of course, it's me. Come on.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
No. I mean, just like I didn't create it, but I was like, "Oh man, this song would be perfect for that calculator game," you know?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Rossu getting into Golden 4, looking like they're still behind their PB. Rossu's PB is a 49, so unless it's a sub 50, it's not going to be a PB. Actually, their PB might be 48. Honestly, I know they're sub 50.
Rossu playing it smart, not getting DQ'd this. Okay, no laugh. All right, I see how it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
But DQ'd for what? Like, why would they get DQ'd?
Sub 50 would DQ him.
Oh, I don't know. I mean...
I know that's not true. It's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not very funny.
Listen,
okay.
I'm actually just thinking about what type of case I could plead to the tournament organizers to get Rossu DQ'd. Because, like, I mean, he's just definitely a big old cheater, dude.
He's going way too fast. That's
it's not cool how fast he's going.
Not fair to me.
Beefy though about to be joining that hacker club as well, because they're definitely going mega fast as well.
Yeah, yeah. These guys have the shark on. That's for sure.
The Game Shark. All right,
Super Nintendo. What is Game Genie? I don't even think Super Nintendo had one.
Game Genie did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't use it. I did use the NES Game Genie though. I'm not above hitting guilt.
I mean, they're cool.
I used one once or twice. You know,
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That game's so tough. Ugh.
So Rossu here entering the third room of terrain here with the Metroids. Gonna be blasting through this room as quick as possible. It looks like they're gonna group them.
Yeah, nice grouping.
No, one is escaping. This is the the bad luck.
Stray doggy. Stray doggy, get on in here! Where you go?
Yeah, for some reason, if you mess up the grouping there, that last Metroid is like, I know what you're doing and I don't like it. I did not sign up for this.
Sorry, my Montanan instinct kicked in. I saw a stray animal. I had to wrangle it.
Oh, did they get the D boost? No, they didn't.
Okay, they did not.
Rossu popping off on me saying you never got the Rink of D boost, and right now you're messing up the Rink of D boost. You gotta hold that, Rossu, alright? But they're definitely gonna be going for baby skip here.
Yeah, setting it up.
Beefy now entering Torian, the first Metroid room.
Love it. See if they get some slightly better luck on the last room.
And Kojak one of the supers, but honestly, just blazing through this first room. 4 supers, not what they want to see.
Yeah, as long as they keep it under control in the last room, they can respawn them, but that's not ideal.
So someone in the chat asking, is there a reason not to even try for baby skip? So the whole thing about trying
really
and failing
hard.
baby... Well, it's really hard. Trying and failing baby skip loses more time than just getting grabbed by the baby. So if it's one of those things that, like...
When you don't do it, you take intentional damage to get your health down. You try to do it, your health's at full when the Metroid grabs you. And that takes a lot longer to drain off, if that makes sense.
Correct. But it's also like you're adding, like going for baby skip, you have to...
Jumps and stuff.
Jump and shoot, and you're adding lag in the process when you could just be getting grabbed by the baby as quickly as possible and circumventing that. So there is reasons to not go for baby skip if you don't know how to do it.
Beefy getting an interesting room-based deboost there off the enemies. I've never seen.
Yeah, it's tough to do.
Yeah, it's a tight window.
Oh, all right. One of the missiles getting pea shooter, but it was a regular missile, thankfully. Here come the supers. Pea shooter is thinking about it. The little pea shooter I'm talking about is the one right above
the turret.
Yeah, the little turret. It aims down and left and is like, am I gonna?
But luckily, rossu gets through it without any interruption.
Yeah, Beefy with a real rough situation with that.
See, there you go. There you go. That's it right there. That's what happens.
Yeah, and that's time loss comparatively to just getting grabbed by the Metroid instantly. Just going for that. Rossu,
and facing right saves some frames as well, if I remember right.
40 frames because it skips the stand-up animation.
Yeah, really important. If you're like me and get grabbed, just remember tap right.
Here comes catch-up for Rossu. Expertly dodged. You could tell catch-up's coming because Mother Brain pulls her head back.
Well, she's kind of also does like this flex with her bicep. If you watch her arm, like she's ready to throw it at you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's there's different little visual cues you can follow. This game's got a lot of cool hints for people. Just like one of the reasons I really like it. It's like really visual and telling you how to be good at the game. 26 ammo here by the little monkas.
So 26 ammo, that means all the supers are going to have to hit.
Yeah, it like literally has to hit perfect.
All the supers are hitting, so there's a couple missiles that can miss and still be okay.
Okay, we're in safety zone, I think.
Yeah, 2 missiles to spare. 18 of those missiles had to have hit.
Yeah, that was... Oof. I get nervous because I've had it happen to me. That's the only reason I get nervous. Good MB2 fight.
Yeah, Rossu not on set 50 pace. Definitely, I would still say on 50 pace.
I can't even get... Like, who knows? A minute and a half's really good for escape, right?
A minute and a half is like worst case scenario for escape for like the top, like the higher end runners. You can get escape in like minute 15, minute 20, depending on some of the situation. Behemoth Spark especially helps a lot.
Isn't that funny? That shows you how relative this speed run of this game is. Like for me, it's like I want a minute 30. For you guys, it's like 1:15.
I mean,
it's cool. I'm glad that there's that diverse.
It depends like how your parlor goes and some Steam RNG as well.
Sure.
Mother Brain 3 can be a big time loss. Rossu getting up close and personal, doing a great job with Mother Brain 3 here.
Giving her a taste of the rainbow for the second time, but this time she's taken.
So the reason why Beefy intentionally hurt himself before the Rainbow Beams, the Rainbow Beam does exactly 300 damage. And Mother Brain, it wants you to be at like a critical amount of HP, like something in the range of just a little bit below 100 HP. And if you're not below that point, Mother Brain will walk up and slowly...
Really slowly, by the way.
Really slowly tick you down.
Like she will drop onion rings on you.
Right, and very slowly because she wants you
But she takes her time, like chomping over to you, like, "Hey, here I come."
She takes a
Brain.
couple steps forward, and she's got those weird janky legs. So you want to make sure you're just at like 300 plus change. But if you go under 300, you die. So you always gotta be careful.
Yeah, the better safe way to take damage is off her face. Her face does less damage.
Yeah, you saw Beefy take the hit slowly. You got time. There's no reason to rush the. If you hold left, you'll take damage like really quickly, and if you're good at just reacting to it, it's okay. But you saw Beefy there play it really safe. You can just take damage at your own pace and just see how much damage am I at. Am I good or I'm safe?
It's pretty easy to take 100 because her foot does like 80 or something like that. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like 50 to 80 occasionally, depending on what.
It's a lot, right? So you can guess really quickly.
It's at least 50 almost every time.
Right.
And Rossu here with a very low 50.
Whew. That escape, beautiful.
Obliterating my PB time 50-10. Rossu with the win.
Give it up for him, chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Super clean win there. Beefy just now finishing Mother Brain 3. 50-10 from Rossu. I got kicked out of the SRL channel, so I can't even see the official SRL time. But,
oh, they'll get it to us. They'll get it to us. They won't let us sit here with. They're nice.
I mean, it's something in the range of 50-12 or something.
Yeah, for sure. Like whatever it takes to dot.
Exactly. So Beefy just gonna be doing the escape. Beefy on about like a high 51 pace right now, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be a low 52.
With good luck, it's like a 51-50.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh, kind of a little rough start to this escape section here. I'm thinking 52.
Well, there goes my 51-15. You know.
I mean, they could still get a 50. It's just a little bit more unlikely. Is that?
Sounds like we're joined by the man himself.
That's the boy right there.
The winner, the champion of this tournament bracket.
What's going on, guys?
Champion 5-1, 5-1 Rossu here. 1-2-3. The emote meme himself joining us on the interview. Beefy finishing up here. Definitely gonna be a 51 for sure. So just a little bit over a minute between the two runners. Like I said, this is, a minute might seem like a lot, but
the Prodigy himself. So
Prodigy. Did he post the emote?
Okay.
The Prodigy. Oh, there it is. GG.
Oh, Beefy turning off their timer right after they finish, so there's no way to know.
It was like 51:45.
It was 51:45.
Yeah. Still a great time. Rossu's time is especially strong. Almost sub 50 here in this race.
Yeah. How'd you feel during the race, Rossu? You looked good. Looked like there's some rough spots, but.
For some reason, my early game is starting to suck. I spent a lot of time practicing post Dragon up until the very end. That it's starting to affect my early game. I can't remember the last time I had a decent 2-round Fantoon.
Yeah, you get the first X Factor pretty cleanly, and then the Doppler setup just kind of.
Yeah, the super missed.
Yeah.
I got the 2 extra missiles in. I whiffed the super.
Yeah, it happens.
But, and I hate left slow because I feel like I get flame lamed all the time.
Yeah, left slow is really annoying because
Daniel was saying how hard left.
It is.
Well, left fast is particularly annoying because of the weird. Like for X Factor opening, left fast is annoying because it's like a way different X Factor setup than you have to do for any other ones. But left slow can be particularly annoying because if right before he's about to open his eye, he drops a flame, it throws everything into a wrench.
Yeah.
Because the one flame kind of blocks your missiles, and then he closes his eye, and from then on, it's like you're losing extra time.
I'm almost tempted to just charge beam. Second round pseudo and charge beam, but don't do an X Factor.
Yeah, I think Beefy did that. They charged.
Yeah, left slow is like my worst.
I think you would have to do. Oh no, it'd be fine.
They're like standing.
You'd be 50 damage. You'd be 50 damage short. So instead of being at 750, you'd have 800. So you'd have to hit a better Doppler.
Yeah, I mean,
To do-
I'm okay. My comfortable Doppler range is about 5 missiles, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
okay with that.
So yeah, if you get the 4 missiles plus a super, then yeah, that might be preferable to dealing with any flame lane garbage.
And,
in the process.
For Snake, that addict was intentional.
Thanks, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
That-
believe it. It was
It
just
looks-
insane.
No, it looks stupid, and I didn't want to give you the credit because it was a stupid, dumb.
It's
looking
just
strat.
unbelievably like creative. You know what I mean? Like it looked on accident, but it was like really intuitive too.
It's not the fastest strat, but it's the most
Consistent, right?
Well, no, health efficient.
Here we go.
Well, you see, you don't shine spark at all, so you don't lose health. And if you wanted to, you could farm the last atomic and the last key hunter before you leave, so you actually gain health as you leave Attic, doing it that way. And you only use 2 supers. So it's very ammo.
So this is an efficiency setup, guys. Make sure you go back in the VOD and look at that clip because that's what you need for that. So
yeah, if you're really conscious about your health after
hey,
it's
I'll take any
definitely
edge I
something
can
you
get. You know what I mean?
I have been personally requested by Aratheta in the chat to ask you about your Dragon fight and how you feel about Dragon overall. Really, like, just, I mean, you and Dragon besties, you love Dragon quite a bit. Like, just tell me about how Dragon in your life makes you really happy and stuff.
There's like a curse where whenever Dragon swoops, you'll always get your short charge, but once you start scooping, suddenly you can't short charge at all.
I'm sorry. That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, Aratheta mad I name dropped her, but she's the one who asked in the chat.
Yeah,
but to be fair, it was still a pretty solid Dragon fight. Like it's not like it was awful.
Yeah,
it was probably more solid than some of the other ones in the tournament, especially the Swoop Queen episode that was the last week's race.
Oh my god!
And Beefy had some trouble too. They also like were out of ammo and had to like wait and charge her to death too.
That's the worst. That's always the worst. A really bad feeling when you don't have the health for Shine Spark and you also don't have the ammo.
Right.
You just gotta resort to just using charge beam. It's not the best way.
No, what they did was they waited for goop, cleaned up the goop, and then used the health shiner.
Okay. That works.
Yeah, it was
But I was actually slightly behind my PB pace on picking up a space jump. I kind of ruined it a little bit late game. There were things that I wanted to do that I couldn't. For example, I wasn't able to chronic boost due to my lack of power bombs, so I had to farm the orbs. I messed up fast pillars. Ridley was okay. I didn't have the health to do Flower House, so I skipped that. And leaving Lornor Fair was actually pretty bad for me. I got hit a ton by the Namahes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was a nervous moment. We were like,
no,
39.
For
us, not for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hold charge beam long enough to get that pseudo screw attack going up the hills or the inclines. So I just got hit by a ton of flames. I wasn't too worried about health at that point.
Once you got to the top, it was pretty.
Yeah, I usually have like 100, low 100 health range there. So having 300 there was actually unusual for me. That might also be attributed to the fact that I didn't get hit by Ridley at all. I think once while he was trying to grab me, but that's about it.
I think you got hit once, yeah, but otherwise your Ridley was super solid. A lot of really good manipulation on your part to get swoops to really lay in the charge shots and then finish it off pretty clean.
I prefer to pogo. Actually, I have some kind of a set pattern that I like to use against Ridley. It's like a two prong, like a like a choose your own adventure type of pattern.
Right.
So
If he does this thing, you do this thing. If he does that thing, you do that thing. Kind of.
right.
Yeah.
So
I kinda do
I always go for pogo early. That means I don't shoot more than 2 charge beams until he starts his pogo. And then after that, if he decides to pogo again, well, I'll just keep shooting at him. But if he decides to swoop, that's when I kind of figured out his next 3 moves based on how I move.
For sure.
You're playing chess against
Ridley.
Yeah, thinking.
I've
Yeah,
seen
that
your
move
first 3 moves.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the move against Ridley where you just die. That's my number one.
That's the move I go to.
Yeah, Ridley is actually one of my worst bosses in terms.
Same here. He's tough.
Not it doesn't kill me quite that often, but I'm looking at how fast your Ridley was, how fast Beefy's Ridley was, and some of the other runners, and it's night and day to me how slow my Ridley is as a result.
Yeah, I'm really comfortable with Ridley. I can go in there with 100 health and be fine, not even sweat it.
You know what I think would really help?
There's some days I feel like that, but in my race,
Daniel,
earlier,
I think what
330.
What would really help you with Ridley? I've watched you a little bit. What would really help you with Ridley, I think, is setting up that pogo, like learning the spin jump away thing that gets him to do it.
I do that. I feel like
it's really hard.
I think one of my main issues is that I am, and I'm noticing this on myself from Mother Brain too, is that like I release charge shots too early, thus them being charge shots. So I miss a lot of damage and waste time as a result.
Yeah.
But whatever, I PB'd today, so I can't.
Oh heck yeah!
I can't be mad at any of that.
Yeah. Anything you want to say about your opponent or anything like that? While you're here.
Just GG to Beefy.
Oh man, come on. Jeez. All right.
I got nothing on it.
No, I'm just kidding. Everybody in the Super Metroid so cool.
Yeah, he's.
I did start off the race saying that Rossu is a free win for Beefy.
He was saying that. I do want you to know. I do want you to know. Was saying that.
I mean, I said that.
And then you went and smashed his PB when you didn't even PB, which is really funny. Like you just
you blurred, you beat my PB.
You turned around and like haymakered him.
I mean, Rossu's had a better PB than me this entire tournament.
Rossi's great, man.
So Rossu, this does. I mean, I think you were qualifying for top 16 no matter what, unless
you're in now, man.
Right. This guarantees it. You're 5-1. Beefy, I think, still also makes it with that time.
Rossu, you're going to the playoffs.
Oh, awesome.
What do you think?
When do I face Barlax?
Yeah, I knew it. I was ready for it.
That's
honestly, it's like we're both 5-1, so I don't think there's a chance that we face each other off.
Let's just leave it to the gods of randomness.
No, because there's a seeding-based system, so it's
let's just leave it to the seeding gods of randomness.
That's not how seeding works. It's literally not random at all.
What I'm saying is you need to beat your opponent, and Ross needs to beat his opponent, and then you two could face off.
That is more likely. Is that first round, me and Rossu have different opponents, and then if we win, then it's potentially we face each other.
I like that.
Like that.
That sounds.
Is there a way that I could trade my seed for someone else's seed?
Why do you beat me up so bad, dude? Like
he was talking.
All I was saying was that. Like you could stand to be better.
I think it's
at the game.
Top 16, Nevdi.
Right? Is it 1v8 or 1v16? It's top 16.
Yeah.
It's a top 16 single elimination bracket. So right now the number 1 seed is Cheaty Face, 6-0. That was earlier today where they solidified that spot.
It was great.
And then there's I believe now 3 5-1s, which is InnoRush, Rossu, and myself. And then everything else is 4 and 2s, and that's down to average times to determine their seeding.
And we're not going to reveal that here today. We're going to leave that up to people who are more important than us. We don't know who it is. That's part of the problem.
There's still races to go.
Right.
So, this was Rossu versus Beefy, but we got a run at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Diddy versus Phazon.
Are you kidding me?
Maniacal versus Bullseye and Pepe.
Who's picking it up extremely fast, by the way.
Snare Rush and Cross Product, Aeritheta and
Cross Product, one of my favorites. Aeritheta, also an amazing player.
Yeah, like there's still
Beef's also good, man.
A bunch of crazy good races left. A bunch of crazy good runners. There's still.
I don't know if you heard that lineup that my good friend Borlax just ran down for you guys. Okay. That's insane.
It's gonna be jam packed.
It's going to be amazing. And I think Crunchy's going to be on casting, so that's always a good time. Hockey, I think, is coming up too.
We got a good mix of
Oh my.
commentators. We got Crunchy, we got Hockey, we got myself, and I'm sure there's a couple to be determined. So we got a chance for people who haven't commentated before to get their last.
Yeah, I want some
commentaries
people.
in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I want some people who haven't been commentating. I want Rossu, and I want like.
I feel like Rossi would just be like, "I would have done it better." Like,
what? Wow.
Rossi would just been like, "Man,
you're supposed to mock ball here. What's going on?"
Yeah, that wasn't a mock ball. Like, no wample jump. What's even the point, man? Like,
He didn't do that one thing in Act that was completely intentional and really efficient. What a noob.
no, listen. First of all, I think the more efficient version in terms of that strat in terms of damage.
Here we go. Now we're starting the debate.
It's the blue bomber strat, which is the
I don't know any.
which is it's very similar to what Rossi did, but it conserves on ammo and HP.
Here we go. Go.
I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not full of crap here. I think I like.
Oh, are you talking about left side with the speed keep?
Yeah.
See, I believe you because I'm such a noob. I can't say anything.
You see, that requires a 3-tap, or a stutter
short,
3, I think.
Short charges generally one of the things that you're just like the last thing you have to improve upon to be fully like to ascend into like Rasu godhood.
That's
See,
true.
The
That's a
strat
tough
that
thing.
I do does not involve any kind of short charge whatsoever.
I see. All right, that's better. I mean, not having a short charge is definitely more ideal, especially during that opening sequence with all the lag from the power bomb. Definitely makes the short charge a lot harder.
Okay, before we get kicked off, because I don't know what kind of time frame we're running. I don't know if Speed Gaming 2 has other events coming up soon, but they probably do. Okay, they're busy people. They're kind enough to want their time in, their restreamers and their volunteers and all their lovely viewers who are here to see Super Metroid in action. But our time is coming to an end, Daniel, and I'm going to go ahead and let you take us out.
All right, so I want first any last minute words from Rasu in terms of just some shout outs, anything like that you want to leave us off with before I give a good old sign off shout out.
Yeah, just want to give you two a shout out for the commentary. Very good commentary. I was listening the whole time. Shout outs to the organizers of the tournament and the staff of Speed Gaming. And I'm going to give a shout out specifically to Borlax, who is going to lose in round 1 or 2 against me.
I think I'm probably, if we do end up like even in the brackets being like there is a path where we fight each other, I feel like I'm going to choke it up even before I get to fight. I'm going to be so sad. I really want to race you too. Like,
So I've been secretly practicing offline new route.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's revealing his power level live on the air.
Sure. Listen,
I've been getting you 47s on.
You got
new
the
route,
scoop here on
so-
Speed Gaming too.
Listen, you know what?
Did you hear that? 47s, this guy.
You want to run new route in a race against me? Please do it.
Oh, here we go.
I
Reset
beg
at
you to
Fantoon.
run-
That's what he's saying.
Beg you to walk into Fan 2 with Novaria suit and see what happens, my man. Because I swear I'm gonna destroy you if you do that.
The gauntlet has been laid down, ladies and gentlemen. The Rasu Borlax race is going to happen. It might not happen in this tournament, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
because I'll pay for it. I'll pay to watch that.
in the Manly Bay.
I will literally pay you guys to do that race. I'm not even kidding you.
All right. Well, like I said, we don't know what Speed Gaming's schedule is looking like, so I do want to also give the same shout out. Thank you to the tournament organizers. Thank you to the racers, and if you're not following the racers, please do so. And please give a follow to the commentary, especially my boy Solid Snake.
I got to give it up for
Daniel.
Daniel. I got to give it up for Daniel RG. Well, you guys, you give him a follow. He's an amazing commentator. I love being in the booth with you, man. It's awesome. We work off each other. Natural.
Likewise. And so thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to everyone watching. And I'm going to see you next mission. There's a couple more Swiss rounds, and then after that, it's the top 16. So
Sweet 16? Here we
Yeah,
come.
keep your eyes peeled in the for tomorrow and then the following weeks thereafter, because there's still more great Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament stuff coming your way. Have a good night, everybody, and have a good Sunday tomorrow.
All right, see you, everybody.